Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing the first of probably will be a fairly long series. It's not going to be every single video I post. It might be every other video, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't know. But I basically want to go through because I have so many palettes. Oh my God. So many palettes. And I feel like I'll get a new one and then the other ones just keep getting forgotten and forgotten and forgotten, and I'll get like a new palette, I'll use it once or twice, and then I get another new palette, so then that one just gets like, stuffed in the drawer to never be seen again. So I decided that I wanted to do a whole series, and I'm going to use every single one of my palettes and do looks just with palettes I already have, that you probably already have, that you probably haven't used in a while, that I haven't used in a while. And these could be really old, like, I still have the, sorry, I have something in my eye. I still have the Anastasia Beverly Hills X Maya Mia palette. Do y'all remember when that came out? Oh my God, that was so long ago. I still have that palette. I'm gonna do a video with it because I need to use my makeup. And I feel like that's where we all in the makeup community are at this point. I've already told Shane that this is hard. I'm like committing to this being on camera, but I will probably, I don't want to say 100% yes, I will probably not be buying any more makeup for the rest of the year. At least I won't be buying any more eyeshadow palettes, unless Juvia's Place comes out with an eyeshadow palette. Unless it's something really crazy, but run-of-the-mill shit, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. Unless it is something so uniquely crazy unique, or if it's Juvia's Place because I'm like on a mission to collect all their palettes now, I will not be buying anything because I can't do it. I just have too much and they're being wasted. So in this series, I'm going to be going through and basically just doing a tutorial with palettes I already have that I've had for a while that never get used. I don't know what I'm going to call this series yet. I haven't thought of a cool and unique name. It will obviously, you will already know because it'll be in the title, but that's what I'm going to be doing. So today for the first look, I decided to go into my Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette. It's probably been at least a year and some change since I did a look with this palette on my channel, and I wanted to pull it out again because I haven't used it except maybe once since I put that video up like a year and a half ago probably at this point. So I definitely wanted to use this palette, and yeah, so that's what I did today. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you like this concept. I hope you guys will pull out some of your old palettes and do this with me and use old stuff and not be so tempted just to buy new and just have a bunch of shit wasting away in your collection. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to see how I got the look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so my eyebrows are done. I do have my foundation on. With these videos, I am kind of just focusing on the eye makeup and then, tying in like the other color in the face, like the bronzer, highlight, blush, lip, that kind of thing. So foundation and brows will be done in all these videos ahead of time. But for my foundation today, I used the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. I set my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. For concealer, I used my Juvia's Place concealer. And then for my brows, I used the Morphe brow pencils, and I used 2 shades. I've actually I did my eyebrows darker for a look the other day, and it was like specifically for that look. And I ended up loving it, and I was like, I haven't like done my eyebrows a little darker than usual in a while, and I love the way it looks. It's really striking. So I did that again, and I used the shades Hazelnut, which is a lighter one, and then Chocolate Mousse, which is a darker one, to fill in my brows. So now I'm going to prep my lid. I have a little bit of concealer on my lid already, but I'm just gonna add a touch more and using the same Juvia's Place concealer, and then I'm just gonna blend that out with a beauty blender. So for today's throwback, we are going to be using my Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, and I got this. I did maybe 2 or 3 looks with it, and I haven't used it since then. So let's dive in to this palette. I am just gonna kind of put a picture of the palette up here when I talk about what colors I'm using, because if you guys remember, if you've been following me long enough, when I first got this, my palette came with the shade Gemini broken, and it's still broken. So it's kind of a mess. So I'm just gonna leave it down here and put the kind of palette up there like I usually do. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M504. And I'm picking up the shade Luna first, and this shade is gonna go all the way across my crease and kind of up blended towards my brow bone. This is a really beautiful like transition shade. And I'm blending that all the way from the inner part of the crease and the inner corner all the way out. Once that's down, I'm gonna take the shade Polka Dot, and this is on a JH35 brush. And I'm gonna start pressing this in my crease. And this is gonna go all the way across our crease. And I'm just gonna build it up slowly. The first look, and the only other look I've done with this palette on my channel, was a green look. So I decided to go in with more of the neutral colors. Now I did this on this side, but ended up changing my mind for the direction of the look kind of towards the end, but I'll just do what I did in the other eye. I'm taking the same shade Polka Dot, and that's going to go on the inner and the outer corner of my lid. Next I'm gonna go in with the shade Bonnie, which is a really dark black. This is one of the, I'd say one of the darkest black shades I've ever used before. And I'm gonna press that right over top of the shade Polka Dot that we put in the outer corner. And then once that's pressed on, I'm going to really lightly start to kind of buff that in the crease a little bit, not heavily winging out this look. Just keeping it kind of more round and going with the natural shape of my eye. And when I'm blending this, the edge of this into the crease, I'm only going like halfway-ish across my eye because I don't want the black to go like all the way to the inner corner. And then going in again with my JH35 and a little bit of the shade Lorelei, which is more of like the yellowy kind of brown in here. And I'm layering that over top of the crease because now we're gonna kind of start blending so that the black just is kind of fading in. So I'm blending that Lorelei shade all the way across. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Cupcake and dab that right on the edge of the black shade in the crease. And again, just blend that. And you guys know I do this. I just kind of go back and forth with all my colors and just keep blending until it's as blended as I want it to be. All right, so I'm feeling good about that. I'm now gonna go in with the lid shade, and I'm gonna use the shade Gemini on a JH41. Now, I don't know if it's because mine is broken or if the shade is just like this, but it's really crumbly, and I feel like if I put it on dry, it just doesn't like stick very well. So I am wetting it with my Morphe setting spray before I go in and put it on my eye. And I'm gonna layer this up a couple times, and I'm just placing it in the center of the lid. Like I said, initially I was gonna go with maybe like a halo eye, but I changed directions like halfway through. So I am just gonna kind of layer this on top of that deep shade we put on the inner corner. So you could keep it a halo eye if you want to and just put it in the center. You could just not put that dark color on the inner corner and, you know, just put this instead. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep building this up. And like I said, it's chunky. So I am, every time I dip into the color, I'm spraying it with the spray to make sure that it sticks when I put it on the eye. And per the usual, I am pulling this up a little bit into my crease so it pops out when my eyes open, and so it blends and transitions better into my crease colors, because we're not doing the cut crease vibe today. And I'm gonna pull it out just a wee bit out here. And then I'm gonna, with the same flat brush, I'm mixing Lorelei and Polka Dot together, and I'm just tapping that on the edge over here, because this is, as usual, as I always do, gonna help transition over from the lid shade to the outer corner shade really well. All right, bottom lash line. Who would have thunk it? I'm going with my e.l.f. No Budge eyeliner. This eyeliner is so stinking good. I've said it in so many videos. I'm sorry I'm using it so much, but I literally love it. And that's gonna go on my waterline, under my lower lash line, of course. It is fall, so I know all my looks have been going really heavy under the eye, but I just really love it. It's really great for fall to me. I love the whole vibe of like the super smoky look, so I'm sorry if it's boring you or you're tired of seeing it, but I just really, really love it. So I'm just gonna smudge it out using a Morphe M326 from the Pride brush set. And I'm gonna go in and set that liner with Bonnie, the black shade from the palette, all the way across. Then picking up a tiny bit of Cupcake on this Morphe M456 to start to buff out the black shade. And then as you guys know, I do this every time. I'm so boring. Just slightly going in with all my lighter crease shades. So now I'm gonna go in with Polka Dot and blend Polka Dot under as well. And now I'm going in with Lorelei, the yellowy color, and also blending that. And then I'm just gonna really gently touch up Bonnie, the black shade, one more time. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Gemini, and I wet it again, and I'm gonna layer that like on the inner corner, and then just a little tiny bit on the inner part of the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the Juvia's Place Tribe Highlighter Volume 3, and I'm gonna layer that right there in the inner corner so that the inner corner pops just a little bit more. For my lashes today, I'm gonna use some new ones I just got off AliExpress recently. I have no freaking clue what that is supposed to mean. I'll link them below, but they all have this like random jumble of letters on the top. I literally have no idea, but they're the style number 2011, and they're really beautiful, kind of like thicker at the base towards the band, but then they get wispier at the end, and then there's like an extra layer in there of like longer wispy bits. So it's like you've got your main layer, and then you've got these extra little bits at the end. They're so pretty, literally stunning. So I'm gonna throw these on. As you can see, I'm living for this style. It's so beautiful. I love it. So I'm gonna throw these on. Of course, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Plump It Up mascara that I've been loving, and then I will come back and we'll kind of finish off the rest of the face makeup. All right, so for bronzer today, in the spirit of using things I haven't used in a while, I'm gonna use a bronzer I haven't really used except for a couple times since I got it, and it's the Morphe bronzer in the shade Staycation. It's one of like the newest colors they put out, and I am gonna focus more on the matte side of this bronzer because it does have like more shimmery side. And I'm actually feeling a little pale, so I'm just gonna dip into my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Golden, and I'm just gonna really lightly dust that all over my face just because I feel like the bulk of my face looks a little pale, and I wanna bring in a little color. And I just tried the Juvia's Place foundation for the first time yesterday. This is my second time wearing it today, and I really like it. I feel like I heard some people saying that it was too like matte or too full coverage looking or too thick looking or whatever, but it actually looks really smooth on my skin. Sorry, my nose is running because this room is really cold. Out of my entire house, this room gets like the least circulation of our heat, and where I live now, it's already getting cold. It's actually gonna snow in a couple days, which is scary. It's really scary. It's the beginning of October, and it's already snowing, so that's really fun and fresh. So yeah, this room is really cold, and so my nose like won't stop running. It's so annoying. All right, so now I feel less pale. I'm gonna go in with some blush, again in the spirit of using things I haven't used in a while. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury blush in the shade Ecstasy, which I got like 2 or 3 years ago. And I'm just gonna swirl both colors together and pop that on. It's a little powdery, to be honest. It's a pretty color though, it blends in really nice. It's got like a nice soft sheen, so it looks really a lot more skin-like, you know? But it's definitely more powdery, so be careful when you're swirling in there. And then for highlight today, I'm gonna be using the same highlight I used on my inner corner, the Juvia's Place Tribe Volume 3 highlight, which is so beautiful. I love it so much. And actually, since I just put on that MAC powder, I'm gonna spray down my face really quick with my Morphe setting spray so that my skin is a little less kind of like having a dry layer on top, so that way my highlighter goes on really intense. Interestingly, this highlighter is actually super similar to the shade Cookie from Benefit, that new one. Very, very similar. So if you're in the market for Cookie, and maybe you just want the color and don't want to spend $30 on a highlighter, this one's only $12, just saying. I've been like on a Juvia's Place obsession lately. I literally love everything they make. I cannot wait for those stick foundations to come to Ulta, because you know I'm gonna get one. Have to try it. I don't know, their products are just so good. They're literally amazing. All right, now that I am super highlighted and glowy, let's do our lip. So today I was gonna do like a really dark brown, but then I decided I wanted to go more with like the yellowy brown vibe on the eyes and not go so dark, go more for this like, you know, yellow undertone. So I'm gonna use my MAC lipstick in the shade Naturally Transformed. Oh my God. Hi. Do you want to say hi to everybody, Daisy? I've never showed her on YouTube yet, but this is our dog, Daisy. Oh, our new puppy. We've had her for like 2 months now. She's a basset hound. She's getting so big already. Hi. Oh, and you got those big ears. Yeah, you got the big soft ears. You've got the softest ears I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Okay, I need you to sit. But she's kind of fucking crazy and kind of an asshole. Basset hounds are super, what's the word? Stubborn. And she doesn't listen. And she's bad and she bites and yeah. But then when she's tired, she's just so sweet. And then she'll start to try to bite. No biting. No biting, Daisy. No biting. Okay, so I'm gonna put this lipstick on. And then I'm just gonna go a little bit around the edge to define it with the Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweetheart. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I inspired you to pull a palette out that you haven't used in a while. Sorry, she's going crazy in my lap. And just use something you haven't used in a while. I'm gonna keep doing these on the regular for who knows how long. I am like very motivated to make a video using every single palette I have that I have in my collection that I haven't used in a while, and it's just sitting there. So expect to see more of these from me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.